It's time to welcome our next reader, kicking off the real second half of the program. And this mysterious person is the editor and publisher of Gaper's Block, a Chicago-centric news and events webzine he co-founded in 2003. In 2009, he was named to the Crain's Chicago Business 40 Under 40 list. He lives on the far north side of Chicago with his wife, Cinnamon Cooper. Please give it up for my friend and yours, Andrew Huff.
There we go. Perfect. So I mostly write on the internet, and the piece that I'm going to read was on the internet. It currently is not. It was part of an online journal, actually, called No East several years ago. It kind of disappeared, but I dug it up and updated it a little bit. But at first, because of so much poetry, I wanted to share a very quick haiku that was also originally appeared in No East. Standing passengers, do not lean against the doors, the recording says. Thank you. My main piece is titled Directions Home, and has to do with place memory, say that, and the associations you might have as you go through the world. Pull out of your parents' driveway. Wonder to yourself once again why they moved to Cary as you rise up and down on the rarity in Chicagoland, rolling hills, watching for a glimpse of the ski jump on the other side of the Fox River. Curve around and wait at the stoplight at Northwest Highway. Make a left and pass the mechanic who fixed your Golf so many times, replacing the brakes seemingly every 6 months. Drive over the river and through Fox River Grove, where you bowled at the little bowling alley in high school gym. You still have the shoes you stole. Past the roadhouse where the restaurant is in the basement and the walls have strange items like cutlasses and railroad lanterns embedded in the bent, crazy brickwork, and come to a stop at the light. Think of the mother of your best friend from middle school who would bypass the cars turning left by using the right turn lane to go straight while driving you to the French exchange program in fourth grade in her Porsche 944. Decide to take the long way and turn right, then immediately left over the tracks and watch out for the bump. Hit the brakes as you go over the next bump and mourn for all the frogs you've run over here where the road passes through the marsh. Listen for croaking. Turn left next to an old friend's house, then immediately right, passing the home of the first girl you kissed. Go 45 down this 30-mile-an-hour road to take full advantage of the dips as you pass through the tunnel formed by the trees, but slow down before you hit the gravel at the blind intersection ahead. Look both ways and turn onto the street your little brother used to call the bumpy road. Zoom past multi-million-dollar homes, wondering at the shameless expense. Pop over EIO Jump, that inexplicable ramp in the road, nicknamed for EIEIO Farm, home of the McDonald's, whose sign is right at the apex. Think back to the time you took your parents' minivan, the old one, over the jump at 80 miles an hour, coming back from Little Caesars, so you'd get your share of the pizza for free. Leaping farther than any other car, the gouge in the pavement proved it, and going up on 2 wheels. The pizza got mangled, and you had to repeat the stunt, only going 60 this time, for friends in another car who missed it. Mourn the loss of Fufu, your VW Rabbit, which got totaled when the brakes locked up on the curve up ahead as you hit a patch of late winter slush, smashing into a tree. Make a right, then a left onto Lake Cook, the road that divides the counties, and drive past the high school and into town. Glance into the sandwich shop next to the movie theater to see if your old boss is working. then stop for the metro train as it rumbles out of the station where you get on for trips to the Art Institute. Think about turning right to head over to Yvette's, recalling wistfully the days when the little coffee shop was so much your home away from home that your mother would call there to have you run errands for her. Yvette's was the center of your social network in high school and when back from college, the place where everyone met and spent hours talking about whatever crossed their minds, sipping sweet mochas and Americanos. But Yvette's is no more, closed when the owners moved to California. And now the teachers have nowhere to hang out in town, and neither do you, so you drive on. As you leave town, you pass the fields where there used to be a Nike missile silo, a remnant of the Cold War nuclear defense for the city. Long filled in, it's now become a corporate park and shopping center. About a quarter mile further, stop at the light and glance at the building where dancers, formerly Gay Paris, used to be, and wonder about what kind of person goes to a strip club in the middle of the afternoon. When the light changes, hit the gas and cross over the bridge over the lake, checking the banks for herons and egrets. Past the entrance to 53 and fly down Lake Cook, through Buffalo Grove and Wheeling on into Deerfield, where you pass your aunt and uncle's house. Get stuck at every stoplight from here till the Edens, especially that annoying group next to Northbrook Mall. Instead of taking the expressway, stay on Lake Cook until it merges with Sheridan Road, just past Ravinia. On the left, after the curve, is the Jewish temple, where parents line up in their SUVs and minivans to pick up their kids from daycare every night. Follow the curves down through the North Shore, checking out the mansions on either side of you. Look, that one has its foyer light on, and so you can see the Chihuly chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Snake through the ravine. Try not to skid on the manhole covers, and stop at the top. Continue down the coast, past the Baha'i Temple, where you've spent weekend afternoons walking the gardens and enjoying the serene silence of the temple. Turn left at the light next to where your youngest brother's college, National Louis, used to be. Then follow the road right as it once again meets the lake. Northwestern looms ahead on the left. Think about that 24-hour B-movie festival that you and your friends try to attend every January and wonder what will be on the schedule this year. At the gates to the university, where Sheridan follows the coast left, go straight ahead instead, onto Chicago Avenue, which will turn into Clark Street when you reach the city limits. On the left, across from the Whole Foods, is the coffee shop you and your friends went to when Yvette's was too crowded or boring. Recall the time you stopped for gas in Skokie and you left your wallet on the back of your car. It stayed there for 3 miles to the coffee shop. One of your friends handed it to you when you got out of the car. As you drive out of Evanston into Chicago, past the cemetery, where one of the headstones supposedly shows the birth, death, and rebirth dates of Damien. Remember that the guy who told you that is a habitual liar and chuckle at his cheesy dramatics. At Rogers Avenue, hit the slow traffic that always seems to be on Clark. Crawl past the A&T diner and window shop for cowboy boots as you wait for the light to change at Lunt. Pass Albion, where you'd watch for drug dealers by the subway as you turned to head to your little condo at Arthur and Bosworth. Think of your poor neighbor who couldn't sell her condo for 3 years, even though she put it on the market just a couple months after you sold yours. Turn right at Granville and navigate around 2 traffic circles, then pause under the metro tracks for the light. Stop every block until you reach your alley and turn right. Wave at the guys working on cars in a garage a couple of doors south of you. Does he have his little BMW 1500 painted yet? Do a 3-point turn while your garage door opens and pull in. Lock the car and hit the button for the garage door. Look up at the building across the alley as you close the gate to see if your neighbor's adult daughter is smoking on the porch. Wave if she is. pass through the gangway into your backyard, and then up to your apartment where your new memories are being created. Thank you.